although Betty Edwards came up with the idea of the viewfinder, she was not the first one to ever invent this. She made it so that we can use it as a tool today. But actually, artists from centuries ago always tried to find a way to make drawing easier. Everybody knew how difficult it was. If you look at Michelangelo's drawings, how he tries to make a mathematical schedule of the body parts, of the face, then you know that everybody really has tried to make it simpler. Van Gogh was known to make field trips with glass plates. He had 2 easels. One was for the glass plate, so he could make his proportions on the glass plate with probably an oil pencil or something like that he could erase later. And then from that plate, he set up his first canvas. So he had 2 easels. He had a whole entourage coming with him. The viewfinder is not an easy tool, but it is a tool that once you get familiar with it and you practice, it will bring everything into proportion, whatever you want to draw. This is how we see the world, but there's something in our brain that does not want to believe that is how we really see it. I don't use it anymore, but to start learning to draw is like having training wheels on your bicycle. So please try it, get familiar with it, and use it to your advantage. Good luck. Let me explain the viewfinder again a little bit more to you. So this is the template. We've seen it over and over again. Same proportions as the viewfinder. And we make this on our 2-dimensional piece of paper, tone the paper, and we draw the apple onto the viewfinder. Then we put the viewfinder upside down. Most of the time it's better to do it because you have preconceived ideas about how the apple is in this certain field. Then you copy the grid lines, the apple, the outline of the apple, using the grid lines as your guidance. How much does it go over a certain line? How close is it to the edge of the viewfinder? And you don't have to measure it. I've seen many people measure it, but just eyeball it, because you need to train your eyes, not measuring. We're not measuring yet. So all these things have a certain distance. And when something goes wrong in your drawing, most of the time it's because the distance is not accurate. So practice using this as your guidance. Now we're going to make another drawing of an apple. I toned the paper pretty dark here, and the grid lines are still visible for me, not necessarily for the camera, but you can play with that, of course. And there's 2 light sources. A light source is always very important. I say there's 2, there's probably 3, but there's also reflection. Don't make it too strong, the shadow, the edges. Pretty soon we're going to talk about the edges, and I will explain that to you a little bit better. This is going to be a very dark drawing because I choose it to be. Again, you are the master and you can make the way you want to do it. Where the shadows are going to cross is going to be your darkest dark. Look at exactly what's going on. the photograph is not going to show this to you as well.